Hello, sir, ma'am. Your account's been hacked. Hello, my name's Chet Davis, your technology tutor. I wanted to share with you something today that became very real to me this last week as I had a conversation with someone who had been approached by someone who said, "I'm going to help you because you've been hacked." It was a phone call. Tech support companies, tech support services, whether it's Microsoft, Apple, AppleCare, any other entity, do not telephone customers and ask for any information. I'm not aware of any services who reach out via telephone to contact you to tell you you've been hacked. It is a great likelihood that these folks are cyber thieves themselves, and they're reaching out to you using the threat of being hacked as an impetus to get you to give them information. In many of these cases, the person will ask you to download something onto your computer and walk you through supposedly fixing your passwords. What they're doing is they're installing a backdoor, an access to your computer where they can see a bunch of your personal information. And as you go through the passwords to supposedly fix them, they are taking notes, they are taking screenshots, they are taking recordings of your passwords and what you're entering in. So here's the long and simple part of it. Folks who ask you via telephone for your passwords, if they ask you for your mother's maiden name, if they ask you for your social security number, if they ask you for your birth date, if they ask you to confirm street addresses where you used to live, etc., if they ask you to log on to a website that they provide, in other words, they say, "I'm going to message you or I'm going to email you this website, click here and enter your information." Or if they ask you to download something onto your computer or your mobile device so they can fix it, just say no and hang up. It is extremely likely, again, that they are cyber thieves. Now, you may be fully aware of this. Unfortunately, the folks that oftentimes fall victim to these predators, and I use that term very intentionally, folks that fall victims to these predators may be people who have less contact and who are less familiar with technology. Maybe it's an elderly neighbor. Maybe it's your aunt or your uncle, your mother or your father who lives some distance away, and they don't have the wherewithal to know maybe, is this legitimate or not? That's where a lot of these predators are having success in taking advantage of these folks. And essentially it becomes a victim of identity theft, where they start making charges. They could set up false credit cards under these people's names and using their personal information. So if you have an elderly neighbor who maybe doesn't have family nearby, if you have an aunt and uncle, a mother or father who lives some distance away from you and they're using technology, have this conversation with them. Invite and encourage them. Anytime somebody reaches out like this, have them get in touch with you first before they act in any way. If there is a breach, it is more than likely that that company will reach out either via mail or via postal mail with instructions and ask you to click on the regular account page. That is more legitimate and a greater likelihood that there is some appropriate action to be taken. Again, anybody that reaches out to you via telephone, especially unsolicited, and says you've been hacked and asks for personal information is very, very likely a cyber thief and is looking to prey upon you or someone you care about. In tomorrow's video, we're going to talk about what does it look like if you get a malicious or a fake email that asks you to take action on a purported hack like this. Until then, Chet Davis, your technology tutor. Go out there and make it a great day.